I need to start a series of videos called Fans Who Take Stuff Way Too Far. So, I've been noticing that, especially with a lot of anime, I'm not against anime, by the way, I just noticed this mostly with anime, that fans of anime take anime way too far. For example, I was watching Gonna Roll a video when I saw these two comments. Now, the first comment I kind of agreed with. It said, I'm American and irritated at all my fellow Americans. However, I don't agree with that. You're irritated at me? Why are you irritated at me? I'm just trying to be a good person. You're irritated at me. You don't even know me. Don't say at all my fellow Americans. All your fellow Americans are not failures. Yes, there is a large amount of people that represent America that I don't like. But that does not mean that I am irritated by all my fellow Americans, but you, Sparkle Cupcake XD, from 2 days ago, I'm irritated with you for being irritated with me for no reason. Alright, anyhow, let me continue. Along with some of you Canadians. Some of the Canadians? Do you know some of the Canadians that you're irritated at? Because now I'm questioning your logic here. Personally, I absolutely love Canada. Far more than the US. But this is just silly. The arguments here, each country has its own, is great in its own special way, and I don't believe either is a better nation. But you love Canada more so, far more than the US, but you don't believe one is the better nation. Then why do you love that one far more? Why? Why? There is no good explanation for this. Anyhow, I know, the funny thing is, I kind of agreed with this one, because I personally kind of like Canada a little bit better, and I admit that Canada's a better nation. I wish I could live in Canada, in all honesty. I would love to be able to accidentally get in a car crash and go to the hospital without knowing that I was going to be fined $1,000 because some idiot behind me decided to be texting instead of paying attention to the road. Then again, in Canada, I don't even think they have texting problems. We're both free, and honestly, that's what's important. So, stop all this ridiculous argument. I agree we need to stop the arguments with, oh, I wish that this one was better. I mean, even console wars. Okay, console wars annoy me when people are like, oh, the PS3 is so much better than the Xbox. No, the Xbox is so much better than the PS3. They're both good, okay? Shut up. Seriously, I have friends who own a PS3, and I agree with them. The PS3 is good. I have friends who own an Xbox. I agree with them. The Xbox is good. They are both good because they have equal balancing things. So can we all just agree to shut up about the console wars? Same thing with nations. Okay, anyhow, underneath Sparkle Cupcake XD from 2 days ago, there's a comment by Stigger1998. Okay? This is where I say that the fans took things too far. He says, people here should watch Hetalia, which is a show that a friend of mine, Merlin, has watched, and they said, so they can see countries as people too, and not make shrewd judgments. But countries are not people too. Yes, there is a majority of, well, no, sorry, there's a population of people who live in a country, but Hetalia makes countries into people. Not people like multiple people, but Canada is a person in Hetalia. Okay, so you're representing a stereotypical Canadian. There you go. I personally haven't seen the show, so I don't know if he's a stereotypical Canadian or not, but that's what I'm assuming that they did. They were like, okay, take America, make America really stereotypical, now make it funny because it's anime and we need to make it funny and entertaining, because if it was actually real, the 7 or however many there are of the characters, well, I guess some of them are nations, not countries, so, would come and just kill each other and be like, okay, show's over in 1 episode because, I'm sorry, you stick every nation in a room together with each other and they could not get along, it's true. People don't see people as people. That's the problem, Mr. I'm irritated with all my fellow Americans. You don't know all your fellow Americans. And I think that the Hetalia fan, in this case, not all Hetalia fans, my friend is a Hetalia fan, and I know that personally, he probably doesn't think, hey, Hetalia shows countries as people, therefore, countries must be people, right? Okay, that's like saying that I watched Soul Eater, and in Soul Eater, weapons have souls, therefore, a sword has a... No! A sword is made out of metal! It is not, in fact, a person! But according to this guy here, countries are people, too! Now, granted, it could just be a wording error that he's trying to say that there are people living in those countries, so we shouldn't make shrewd judgments about the people in those countries. That I agree with. but don't bring up Hetalia, because that makes it seem, at least to me, that you're saying that a country is a person, because that's what Hetalia is. Do you see my point? I hope you guys can see my point. I don't like to see that these are top comments, because that means that a majority of people agreed with these people. So it's bad enough if I think one guy is insane. I'm just like, okay, maybe it's a wording error or he's insane. But then, when 4 people thumbs it up, I go, wait a minute. 4 people thumbs it up. Wait a minute. It says that 4 people thumbs it up and it's a top comment. What the frick? It's a Gunnarolla video. It should have better comments than that. I don't know. It's from a day ago, so it's most likely just because it's a recent. I don't know. I have no idea. Anyhow, if you listen to the lyrics of the video, they were explaining that every country has something that's good about it, but they personally like Canada, and they were saying all the good things about Canada, but they were also saying stuff, if you listen to the lyrics, like Canada can't build a wall like China, and that they don't have koalas, or they don't have wine and cheese, and they don't have all these other things that other countries have, but that they have the world's largest supply of water, or free healthcare, and stuff like that. So they were saying, sure, we don't have these great things, but we have these great things. And I like the song because it doesn't say all other countries suck. So I know that Canada is definitely the best country. And all the people in the comments are like, all the other countries suck. Gunnarolla said so. No, my gosh, I'm sure. I am almost positive that if Gunnarolla saw what his people, sorry, not his people, his commenters were saying, that he would just have a massive facepalm, because I know I would. If I made a song about... Yeah, sorry, I tripped up on my words there a minute, because I was about to say if I made a song about how amazing America is, but then I realized, honestly, I don't mean to sound like a stereotypical teenager who hates everything. I don't hate America, I just don't have anything to like about it. I've lived here my entire life, so I don't know what it's like in other countries, so I don't have anything to compare it to. And it really hasn't been like, hey Sky, I'm America, and I'm here to benefit you. So far in life, it's been like, hey Sky, I'm America, and I tell people that the economy's down, so no one will buy telephone systems, therefore you have no business. So I don't really like America too much. Also, I love how the lyrics of this song are, the USA has the money. We don't have the money, Canada. I'm letting you know, Canada, we have no money. As a complete nation of Canada, I speak from the American standpoint of, we are so far into, we have a decent economy now because of Obama. It's getting back up there, but people don't want that to be seen or heard. But anyhow, we don't have money. Canada, help! America has no money. Canada is kind of like America's persona. Persona as in, like, the game, not the Spanish word. And Canada right now is just like, hello, I am thou, and then all of a sudden America's like, I need your help. That's all I can explain. But I just think that the fan particularly took it too far to say that everybody should watch Hetalia, so that they see countries as people too. It could be bad wording, I acknowledge that, but it just seems like a completely overdramatic fan, in my personal opinion. I guess it angers me to see that, because I'm irritated by people who do that sort of thing, because I'm a fan of a lot of different animes. And so when somebody takes an anime and makes it seem like, I believe these things are real because an anime told me, that's when people say, oh, you like anime? And I'm like, yeah, I like anime. And then they're like, so you must sit around all day watching nothing but anime and having no life and believing everything you see on anime. And it's like, first of all, I do other things besides watch anime. In fact, I'm about to go on a bike ride with Merlin, and I have my camera full on battery, so I'm going to take that with me and hang out with him. Two, I don't believe anything I see in anime. That's one of my only big pet peeves about anime, is that it's so unrealistic. But to an extent, that's a good thing, because that's what makes it entertaining. If I wanted to see something realistic, I would watch... The thought of me watching reality TV, because that's not realistic, by the way, but I would watch, like, Discovery Channel or some crud like that if I really wanted to see something realistic. If I'm here to watch an action comedy, prefer anime because I don't like bloody gory stuff. That does not mean that I have no life. That does not mean I watch far too much anime, and that does not mean by any means that I believe that countries are people. Countries are a landmass. People are human beings. There is a difference. And Stigger 1998, I really hope you know the difference between a landmass and the human being. Because going into school, they're going to ask you to name the continents, and you'll get that one down fine, and they'll ask you to name different nations, and you'll get that one down fine, and then they'll tell you what is a freaking nation, and you'll say a human being who dresses stereotypically with their flag, and is very stereotypical. And you're gonna get an F, because they're gonna say, nope, it's a landmass that was created due to many different earthquakes and movement of the tectonic plates. That's not right. Plate movement with earthquakes and land masses, not human beings. Okay? And sure, to some extent you could argue that a landmass due to trees and rocks and minerals having some sort of spirit in them, because I know a lot of religions believe, like, we know that trees are alive, so a lot of religions believe that there's a heaven where trees go as well, because trees and plants and other animals, like, I believe that animals all have some sort of soul or life force driving them. I believe that they're conscious beings, just like humans. But a lot of religions believe that the same goes for things like trees and even down to minerals, like rocks. So I guess if you believe that, then you could believe that a landmass like a nation is alive, but the fact of the matter still remains that even if that nation is alive and has a spirit in it of some sort due to your religion, it is not a human being! It is not! There is not even anything in Greek mythology that, or any sort of mythology, my apologies, that I've studied at least, that ever said anything about there being any landmass that was originally a person. Some of it spoke of large turtles and stuff like that, with nations on their back, and they'd move, and that would create things like earthquakes or crud. And I've heard that people were holding up the earth, but I've never once heard anything about, other than Natalia, about a nation and a person being the same thing. Fans do take stuff too far sometimes, and it annoys me sometimes. And it makes me do this, which I don't actually know what this is. It's like I'm gonna grind my knuckles together. Okay. Oh, and by the way, somebody told me I should use a harmonica to do intros and outros to my videos. I kinda like it, actually. Just be like, every now and then, and just... So yeah, I know my hair looks really crazy, so you probably didn't listen to a thing I said in this video. Nerd. Okay. See you all later, because I have to go on a bike ride now and stuff. So, outros, I'm guessing would do that way? I don't know. You know what? I'll attempt it. There we go, that was a good one. That was a good one. Alright, see you all later. And by the way, no, I'm not hitting on all Hitalia fans. I'm not even hitting on that guy. I'm just saying that it seems really weird to me to relate a nation to a person in that way, because I think the fan took what he was saying and went too far with it. That's all I'm saying. Anyhow, bye. Goodbye. Stop recording.